All right, welcome to yet another lab, challenge lab by skill level for AZ900. Here we're going to create an Azure logic app. And the first thing that we need to do here in our pre-configured environment is take a look at the storage account access key for the storage account that has been created for us. So that's this one. And if you remember, the storage account was available under security and networking and access keys. So I'm going to take the first one. That's my normal way of working. I'm just copy pasting it for further usage. Next, there was also a service bus created for us. So if you go back to the dashboard, you can see here there's a service bus namespace created for us here. And here what we're going to need is the access or the connection string for it actually. So let's go over to settings and then shared access policies. And here is a root manage shared access key policy. And here we have a primary connection string, which we want to copy. And save for further usage. Okay, so we're going to need both of those, but now we can actually create our logic app. So let's go for logic apps and then add. The type that we want to use here is consumption. Again, please look at the documentation with regards to the differences here. Then we want to create it in our resource group. We're going to have a name, logic app, followed by our project number. We want to deploy it to East US 2. And that's it, I think. Yeah. So great. Now it has been created. Let's go there. So then over here on the left-hand side under development tools, there is a logic app designer that we can use. And then what we need to do is add a trigger. As the trigger source, we're going to use a service bus. And the type of trigger is when a message is received in a queue, this one. And we want the autocomplete option. So we need to create a connection to our service bus. It's going to call the service bus connection. We want to authenticate using an access key, and the access key was the connection string that we just copy pasted, right? Good. So let's create this. The queue name should be messages. There we go. How often do we want to check? Maybe every 30 seconds. All right, and then let's save this. All right, so then let's add a new action here. Okay, let's add an action. And this time the action that we need is a blob storage trigger. So here we have blob storage, and then we want to do create blob. Okay, so this needs its own connection. It's going to be called storage connection. Authentication type here is going to be an access key. The account name is going to be the one that we had pre-created. And then the account access key is the one that we just copy pasted from the storage account. All right, so now we can do the actual action here. So we're going to use the connection that we just defined. A folder path could be something like message output. Okay, let's do it by hand then. So what we're going to do is concatenate the message ID from the trigger body. ID, right, with not text. That should be okay now. And then here, we want decode. Base64 to string. And then we want to content of the message. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, and now we can save. So next up, let's try this out, and we're going to use a Cloud Shell for that. We don't need a storage account here. We're going to use a little bit of Node here. Let's just make sure that we have the Azure package installed. All right, let's start the interactive REPL. And first, load the Azure module. There we go. Then let's add our connection string for the service bus. In here, and then let's create a service bus service based on that connection string. And now we can send the message onto the queue in that service bus service. The way we do this is as follows. Send queue message into the queue messages. And what we want to send is basically this hello world message. And now, if this worked, then we should see something in our storage container, right? So let's go over to storage account. Oops, container, message output. You see there is a text file here. So it seems that it's been working. We could also just use the blob URL here to view it in a new tab. Yeah, that works as well. All right. So that's how we create a logic app. Thanks for listening again, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Till then.